This this incident was about the last 2 weeks in March of 1992. Well, after it was said and done, I didn't know the guy worked out there with me, and they said I heard some of the white guys talking about this on the job. So if they found him with his wife, but he said somebody else did it. And I didn't know who that was, but I know it was a white person because I seen him and I heard when they passed by the light by my house, that was 1002 West Barracuda. I said if it was did over there by my house, he shot his own wife. I told the guys that on the job. And this guy, what confused me, they said he was from Sheridan. He was from Sheridan, Arkansas, and this town from me. And I said, well, it couldn't have been him. I said to myself, it couldn't hardly been him because he stayed in Sheridan, but not didn't know that. So after it was said and done, after I said they got the man cold, he had his wife in the car. She died as he ran to his stop sign there because she was screaming and crying when she passed my house. After he hit brakes and made that left turn there, her voice went silent because she was moving her right arm, shaking it, everything. And when he got there to the stop sign, apparently he had hit her both times, and she just couldn't make the journey when he should hit her the first time. But he made 2 shots. Anyway, at the end of the day, they convicted 2 black people. Came out of Little Rock, said they went over there to try to rob the woman. I tried to get anybody to understand this, but if you're a black person, and nobody knows you, and you cannot talk to nobody, you can't report nothing because they will take this governmental structure so messed up in the United States of America, they will take and convict you and say you did it. It's impossible. This is what we have to go through, but yet it is required. So what I did, I put it in every last one of my books that I wrote. I wrote it down in every last one of my books. But it's telling us the year that I became addicted to cocaine after God called me, the year of 1993, after the minister came. Once I became addicted to cocaine, after I had a career-ending injury in February 1994, excuse me, but I misspeak. Well, I began to look at the situation of the people who having drug problems. I saw this was no way by a way of somebody trying to make money. I know it didn't have any life and it didn't have no root. So it could not stimulate no economy or nothing because it was a substance without root. It didn't bear fruit. Didn't have no substance in life. So you could not place this in natural resource or economy like you can't place a vehicle or nothing like that. The only thing it can do is consume what comes naturally from the earth. It was not a natural grown product like you plant soybeans and it produce corn. It produced go get crude oil out of the earth, and that's that. See, but it was no natural resources. So anything that's not natural, even vehicles and craft, there's no substance of life. Where there is no substance of life, there's no reproduction. And sooner or later, you create craft, and you smoke drugs and drugs and drugs. Sooner or later, it's got to give because there's no substance of life in there. It's the same thing. It created an addiction, but the addiction is illusion that you can take this here and you become prosperous. But if it doesn't have a natural substance of life, you cannot market this on the streets of the world because you'll have everybody fruitless and won't nobody do nothing. Well, I've talked about this part here with among those people that I was using this with. As to tell you in Isaiah chapter 6, 1-7, where my calling was. He said, I was a man of unclean lips. I dwell among peoples of unclean lips. And I was telling them about some of the things that I saw. And I seen this guy with AIDS and all of this here. And I had compassion for him. I told the peoples what hadn't happened down there by my house. I told everybody this. It was no secret because I wanted somebody to do something about this. And this was not the only. I continued to do this because I put it in every last one of my books. I had a brother also spending a life sentence down there in the penitentiary that later on I couldn't see how he could have committed the crime there unless he committed. All of these things was in my heart, and I saw somebody, these people is the one that left out that nobody come and consider because of what their lifestyle is or what it is. They placed themselves in harm's way where they could be used as a scapegoat for the justice to allow somebody else to go free. In other words, when they do things so long that it's people can see it first, and when it does, it become a trap for them. Same way it was when I had became addicted to cocaine. It became a trap to me, and they was taking and trying to frame me after they found out that I knew so much and I seen this stuff was not what it was designed for, but I had addiction. So they was going to take and frame me, make it look like as if I was a drug trafficker in order to take my life, take my freedom, and place me in prison for the rest of my life. Wasn't nobody going to believe me. They're going to say, I know he was doing something to support his habit. This is what they was going to say, even the blacks. So there was no hope for me if there was no God, if this wasn't not a God-sent thing. And when I found that my hope was gone and saw what they were doing, and I was telling the people there that was doing these things with me, I said, when I come up out of here, I started to come out of this hell. When I come out of this hell, you got to come up here out of here with me. But little did I know, these people that I was with, that I found and chose as friends, and try to use them as a crutch to help me get well and help me come out of here, I didn't know they was caught by a line that ran to the hand. They had a leash on their neck, and they was being guided by the hands of somebody else. Well, after talking these things, I didn't know who had these things, but I found out the white man was one that was over these things. I saw that while you see the black males, older black males, bringing it to the gangs, which is the young black people, having them fighting among themselves, the man that really is responsible for the drugs coming here on the streets of America, he go unnoticed and unpunished. It always falls on the hand of the black man. And this is part of the reason that God gave me the vision of the black cloud upon the ground that was building upon the ground with suffer on there. This was a diverse person, a judicial system here in the United States of America that I had noticed, and I was watching it because I saw what they did, framed the two black boys and gave them life in prison on a plea bargain for killing a woman. And I saw this man make the first shot down there by my house. It was a shotgun, and you got, because you see his arm when he aiming it, and as if she ducked, but apparently he didn't hit a sound lick. And when she went down there to Walton Street, he may have hit enough to wound her. And I heard her car screeching tires, so he went down there beside her. I heard a second shot, and he placed her in his vehicle and came back down towards my house, driving west fast as he can. When he got to the stop sign, he was turning left or right because it was running out. So he slammed on his brake, but he failed to stop and made a left-hand turn going towards Jefferson Hospital. And done so, I saw the blue lights of the police car blinking up, driving up over the houses. As I looked through my window, I knew the police had him. What police? I don't know. I said, well, he won't get away because he got the evidence in there with him. Well, what I'm going to do here is go back and show you how God revealed this thing to me. I didn't know what I was looking at, but after I became a man of unclean lips and somebody wanted to take my life, the firebomb my house through the front doorpost. As I spoke of before, I was a man of unclean lips. In Revelation, in Isaiah chapter 6, 1-7. That's what led to this here. And so this was a vision of 1998. God, I guess, was showing me what had happened to me, which caused this person, these people, to chase me. And they know it was also a part of Revelation 13:18 when he said, this is the number of a man, that he was going to give me that vision, and this is what was going to happen to me. This connects both